Welcome back to my channel, guys. So today I will be talking about Premier League Match Week 13 preview and prediction. So we got some really decent games coming up, and for my video I think maybe my voice will have some issues because I was actually speaking very fast because I'm making this video like last minute. So yeah, like target for this video will be 20, and if you guys are new here, please give a big thumbs up and feel free to share your prediction as well. First game is Wolves versus Chelsea. I think this is a great game to watch because Wolves are not performing well and they will try their best to beat Chelsea over here because Chelsea are coming off a defeat. On the other hand, for Chelsea, I think they've been playing well, but their defeat against Everton was a disappointing one. But if you look at the game, I feel like the problem was actually a tactic from Lampard. So I think if they come up with a better tactic, I think they can win against Wolves easily. But I still think that Wolves are going to give a good fight because they've been performing very bad, and I think they really need a win. In their last 5 games, Wolves only got 4 points, so I feel like Wolves will really give Chelsea a good fight. But I think that Chelsea do have a lot of quality, and Chelsea have been a team in form, so therefore I think this is going to be another defeat for Wolves. I feel like Chelsea will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Manchester City versus West Bromwich, I feel like Manchester City will be fancying themselves to get another 3 points over here. Their form line looks very solid, but their draw against Manchester United was a disappointing one because they did have a lot of possession but didn't make much chances. On the other hand, for West Bromwich, they are disappointing. Sometimes they do play good football and you feel like, oh, next game they'll win, but then they'll perform really bad next game, and then you don't know what to decide for this team. So from a prediction, I'm gonna fancy Manchester City to win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. But I feel like Manchester City can score more because West Bromwich is not a really good team. Sometimes they do play some decent football, but on the bad day they play really bad football. Then let's move on to Wednesday night. We got a bunch of matches coming up on Wednesday night. The first one is Arsenal versus Southampton. To be honest, I'm really disappointed with Arsenal. The defeat against Burnley was a disappointing one. Yes, Arsenal were 10 men, but still I think they should have performed better and they should have at least get a draw out of that game. So it was a very disappointing defeat for Arsenal. On the other hand, Southampton, they've been playing some decent football. They were really good against Sheffield United. So I feel like Southampton should fancy themselves to win. Yes, I'm not saying that I hate Arsenal, but then if you look at their form line, they've been playing terrible football. I did thought they will win against Burnley easily, but they literally lose the game. So I do think that they're going to lose once again, and I'm going to go with Southampton 2, Arsenal 1. And sorry, any Arsenal fan, if you guys are watching this, I really didn't mean it. You guys are just not playing good football recently. Leicester City versus Everton. This is another good game to watch. Leicester City are flying at the moment. Everton, they were dipping down a little bit, but their recent win against Chelsea was a really good one, and I think it is a very important win for this team. In terms of form line, both of these teams has been performing well, especially Leicester City. They were really good against Brighton. They won 3-0. On the other hand, as I said earlier, Everton form, they dipped down a little bit, but their win against Chelsea was a really good one. So I think this is going to be a close game, but I feel like Leicester City will win this game because they've been playing some decent football this season. Even though it's a tight season, but still they are really performing well both in Premier League and in Europa. So therefore, I'm going to give them a chance to win this game as well, even though I always underrate this team, but I feel like they are a good team and I think they will get the job done. So therefore, I'm going to go with Leicester City 2, Everton 1. Leeds United versus Newcastle. Leeds United only got 4 points in last 5 games. On the other hand, Newcastle, they got 9 points in last 5 games. So for Leeds United, I think they do have a problem, which is they don't know how to protect their lead, because they did got an early lead against Chelsea, but then Chelsea did come back. On the other hand, also against West Ham, they got an early goal, but then still West Ham came back and won the game. So I think if they know how to protect their lead, I think they can be a good side. On the other hand, Newcastle, they've been playing some tremendous football. They did beat Crystal Palace 2-0 and then they beat West Bromwich 2-1. So I think they are in good form. I think this is going to be a close game, but I feel like draw is a decent call for this game. I'm going to go with Newcastle 1, Leeds United 1. Fulham versus Brighton. I think this is a great game to watch. Fulham will be telling themselves we have to win this game as well because they've been performing well, and if they win this game, they will be out of relegation zone. On the other hand, for Brighton, I think their form line is really dipping down a lot recently because the last 2 games was a defeat, and especially the Leicester City one, I think that was a very disappointing defeat. So I won't be surprised if their manager gets sacked anytime soon, because Brighton is a good team, but under this coach, under this manager, I don't think they can play good football. So for my prediction, I'm going to go with Fulham 2, Brighton 0. Liverpool versus Tottenham. I think this is a great game to watch. Liverpool are coming off a 1-1 draw against Fulham. I think they did perform well, but Fulham were just sitting too deep against them, and they were just making their life a mess because they were just sitting too deep. Especially in the second half, they were literally not going forward, so it was difficult for Liverpool to find an equalizer or the match winner. On the other hand, for Tottenham, I think they should be disappointed with themselves for the Crystal Palace draw, because they were just sitting too deep. Especially in the second half, they were literally not going forward. After the equalizer from Crystal Palace, yes, they did go forward, but I think it was a little bit too late. So in this game, I think we're going to expect some same game. Liverpool attack and Tottenham will sit back. But I feel like Liverpool will attack a lot, and also I think they will make some mistake. And due to some mistake, I think Tottenham will be happy to play the counter-attack football. So I think this is going to be a close game. But for my prediction, I'm going to go with a draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw. But if I have to choose a winner, I'm going to go with Tottenham. West Ham versus Crystal Palace. I think this is another decent game to watch, but I think nobody will be watching this game because Liverpool versus Tottenham is a bigger game. So yeah, West Ham, they've been performing well. They are 6th at the table. On the other hand, Crystal Palace, they should be happy with their draw against Tottenham. So I think both of these teams do have a decent form line. But for this game, I think West Ham will win because they do have more quality and they've been playing some decent football, and they're going to be at their home. So therefore, I think West Ham will win this game with a scoreline of 2-0. Sheffield United versus Manchester United. To be honest, I have nothing to say for this game because Sheffield United has been very, very terrible this season. Even though Manchester United do sometimes lose against these lower ranked team, but against Sheffield United, who are literally disappointing this season. At one stage, the defending was also good, but recently, even their defending is becoming a mess. So I have no hope for this team. I think Manchester United will win this game easily with a scoreline of 3-0. So that's the end for Premier League Match Week 13 preview and prediction. I hope you guys did enjoy my video, and remember to give a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys very, very soon.